Hey there guys, this is Chris from The Collective, and today we have another army overview, the third one in a row now. So we've got Bradleys Eldar today.
Right, Ulthwe Army Eldar. Yes.
So talk about your army, Bradley. How many points you got, first of all?
Around 2,100, just about. It depends whether or not you upgrade units with extra weapons, abilities, or even grenades. But yeah. Yes. So, HP first?
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's get that nice zoom.
Well, we'll probably start off with the Eldar Avatar. The Eldar Avatar.
Bring him closer, Bradley. Come and give us a good look at
Tell me why he's in shot, bro.
You know any?
Would you like to bring the camera closer?
We should probably do that. Let's go.
Well, the Avatar is a monstrous creature, and a demon. Yeah, he has a large sword, the Wailing Doom, which is a high-strength, low AP melter weapon, and is completely immune to any kind of flamer or melter attacks.
It's pretty strong. He has weapon skill 10, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And ballistic skill.
And ballistic skill. Is there any reason it should be that high? Because like once you get to like ballistic skill 5, it's all 2 pluses.
He is a god, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
He's
he represents Cain. He's the avatar of Cain, which an avatar is a reference.
I'm assuming like
He's made out of metal, and he has molten iron as
It's
blood.
pretty much like his like mortal looking form, but it's not like permanent, obviously.
There you go.
And you have to sacrifice a prince in order to get him there, don't you?
Yeah, the ritual of summoning the Avatar is one of the Exarch warriors of the craft world, the Seers. They choose the best one, and he represents the prince, and then they sacrifice the prince over a course of days, where the brass doors are shut inside the craft world, and all you can hear is like a furnace noise and high screaming. And when the 3 days are over, the Avatar emerges covered in the prince's blood, mostly his hand.
Kinky.
Yes.
See, when that story with the Hive Tyrant, it sounded like he just did it instantly. It's like, oh, we're just gonna sacrifice an avatar. And then he died.
It's like, it goes all Full Metal Alchemist. They draw the circle and
just happens.
Yeah.
then what's next after
Who's
your
the
avatar?
fly
I'd
guy?
like to go.
Wait. Tell us about the battles that your avatar has been in and how he's once been killed. And
Okay.
by who?
Well, I believe the first
Who's he
battle.
been killed by, Bradley?
The first battle he was in was against some Blood Angels, and him, a Wraith Lord, and I think some other models only was able to just finish Blood Angels off. But then, in his next battles, he destroyed a few Space Wolves, but was eventually shot to death after being allied with some Tau.
Yeah.
So
Damn Tauda.
obviously the Tau got in the way, and
They were just trying to reverse their tanks.
yeah. So
They had to do some
Space Wolves were like, not having this.
Damn it, Liam.
Just gonna take down the Avatar, because you can't kill. It's really hard to kill him in close combat. The way to kill him, shoot him
Just yeah.
with non-melter flamer weapons.
He went into close combat once with my leader. That my leader has 4 wounds and instantly killed him.
Yeah,
Way to kill Avatar.
because he's got strength 8 and you've got toughness 4. So
Yeah.
and you didn't get an armor save and you failed your invulnerable. That's the Autarch,
The fly guy.
the flyy guy. He's got a power sword and a shuriken pistol. Yeah, very nice.
Come on, focus, you bastard.
Oh,
Come on, do it. Oh, here we are.
So has he got a name?
He does not have a name yet because he has only just been built and has only participated in one battle, which nothing happened because it was very unorganized. Swoopy, Brandon's
That's not
pretty
Swoopy.
much.
That one's swoopy.
Okay, we'll talk about him later.
That's swoopy.
Don't just go randomly. Let's carry on to the
Right,
next
but
one.
we can go on to this one, which I do take pride in.
Eldrad.
Eldar Army, the High Seer of the Ulthwe craft world. Very nice. With his Witchblade and Force Staff.
I have to say, I think you've done a nice job on him for his paint job.
Thank
It
you.
looks pretty good.
He's just like Psychic Mastery 4, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a high.
That's silly.
He's one of the few models in the game that is Psychic Mastery 4, And yeah, he can just. And when he passes a deny the witch test, he regains a warp charge point. So he can basically just keep spamming them. If you can keep it rolling, that is.
That's silly.
Yeah.
Deny all the witches.
Rolling.
Yeah. And I believe in close combat he defeated one of Luke's models with his force staff.
I think so. Yes. I'm trying to think back to what
It was a squad of assault marines, I believe. He
Was
just
it?
swatted them.
Yeah.
There was about 4 of them left after I shot them and just. Yeah.
So who's that guy?
That's
Is he
one
a
of
HP?
the Phoenix Lords, Karandras, who's one of my newer models, freshly sprayed. And yeah, he's one of the Phoenix Lords, some of the stronger
That's neat.
Eldar units.
He's pretty interesting, yeah.
Yeah. He's got large, like, tusks. But yeah.
The Mandy Blaster things.
Yeah, Mandablasters, and he's got a power claw instead of a power fist, and a chain saber instead of a chain sword. And a large pointy helmet and a very long braided ponytail.
Some hair.
Yeah. And it's great because his power claw has guns in it. And yeah. What I was described to is that he can just get more damage as he kills. The more he kills, the more damage he gets. But yeah, I could go on to then the other Phoenix Lord,
Swooping Lord.
who's the Phoenix Lord of the Swooping Hawks. And
Swooping Hawks.
he can just get more and more attacks, and he has exactly the same abilities as the Swooping Hawks and more. Able to fly in, throw a large blast grenade, 2+ armor save, good power sword. He's great. Swooping Hawks are some of my favourite models because of just the flying in, and able to go back into reserve afterwards.
You like the wing guy, don't you?
Yeah, like yes. And he's got a good last blaster, which is 3 attacks. Very nice.
Do that guy.
The
The odd
yeah.
talk on the jetpack.
My Farseer.
Farseer. They're all the same.
This is just a kit bashed model. I took a dark Eldar Venom and just customized it, only used certain parts so it looked a bit more Eldar-y, and just stuck a Farseer on the top of
Have
it.
we now pretty much come to the conclusion that kit bashed models are the best?
Pretty much.
After
It's just,
3 videos, we've all
it's just if I want to use a Farseer, I'm just going to use Eldred, because he's just better in every way, only just costs more points. So if I want to use less points, I'll use that as a Farseer.
I just want to say, like, again, my Alexander's got another piece from another kit already on him.
How many kits is that now? 8?
7.
7. then.
7
We haven't
kit.
talked
We'll
about
take
that
it
guy.
up to 10 eventually.
We haven't talked about that guy's battle.
Well, the guy's battle,
been in one, hasn't he?
due to a foolish, idiotic general, fielded him at the front of the battle between 2 Guardian units, hoping that the Guardians would go, ah, but no, they were.
And then one long range las cannon.
And then
strike.
a last cannon was able to shoot all the way through an entire battlefield,
Actually, now think
take
about
him
it,
out,
now think about it,
because
you could have,
it's
like,
failed his invulnerable save.
Yeah, like,
4
now I think about it,
plus.
I didn't realise at the time, but what you might have been able to have done is a look at Sir. Maybe that might have saved him.
Well, no, because he has to be a part of a squad, doesn't he?
Farseers
I think it can-
can.
Then you said +4.
Yeah, I'm
That's why you can take the sergeant.
Yeah, but I'm sure they can do it if they're like nearby
Ooh.
or something like that.
Alright. Now,
Right.
Warlocks.
Warlogs.
These are very, very good Eldar units. It's
Just one at a
base.
time.
The maximum you can have is about 3. No, sorry. 1 in each squad, but the maximum you can have in a game is about 10. Just depends on how many points you want to
He's
use.
only got a sword.
Yes, but that's not what they're not used for fighting.
They just used to give.
They are all psychic mastery level 1. So you put them in a squad of guardians to buff them up with guide or fortune, so that if they miss or they fail a save, they can re-roll it. Or if they need to move an extra distance, they can do that. Just basically they're there to support units. They can be added onto any unit. Even a Wraith Knight unit, they could guide them. And if they miss their shots, they could re-roll them, which is great.
Well,
Come on, big guy. Okay.
Yes.
it's like just a bit of reassurance.
So do you want to move on to your elites then?
My elites, yes.
That's all.
Is that them?
Yes. Oh, yeah, sure. We'll start with them.
Oh, I remember killing them.
Yeah, go on then.
Are they all the
Do you-
same?
That's the one.
Yeah, they're all the same. All the Wraith blades are a variant of Wraith Guard. They use more close combat weaponry and high toughness, to fight in battle.
It's the one memory I hold dear is that they charged my home against and I killed them all.
Yes.
One memory I hold dear is that Crom using a
Crom
pistol.
swatted a few, like 5 of them charged Crom. He was able to shoot off
2 of them.
Weird head.
2 of them, yeah.
Like the leader.
And then he was able to use like his 3 or 4 attacks to just swat them because their axes make them unwieldy, so they go last.
And that's why Initiative 5 Hormigans killed them.
But the axes do like give them a lot more strength than the swords would, and giving them axes means you can give them shields, which gives them good invulnerable saves.
Wasn't it these guys? Because they're fire dragons, aren't they?
No.
No,
Which ones are the fire dragons?
Fire dragons are over here.
Oh, yeah, I killed them as well.
Fire dragons are elites, and they use their fusion guns, high strength, low AP weaponry, at short distances, but they also have melter bombs. And yeah, they use them to decimate tanks and flamers to decimate infantry.
Yeah, so they all just basically your tank hunters.
Unless
Tank
they're behind
hunters.
cover, and then the Hormigans pop out.
Yeah.
And they get charged.
You know, those Tyranids always get in close.
Just so you know, it's the Eldar video. The turns will get their turn.
Yes.
They're coming.
Tyranids will get their extremely mass numbers of turn. Yes.
You don't understand how long that video is going to take. You aren't prepared.
Should we move on to some more elites? Just like maybe a quick fire round, because
Yeah.
Eldar like to have lots of different kinds of troops.
Yeah, just remember
Yeah,
that my
let's
top points for my Tyranid army is 5,614.
It's gonna take.
I added it up.
Humble brag. Humble brag, Brandon.
Hashtag humble brag.
Alright.
Look at it, said something earlier about his. So I'm gonna have a go.
Alright, quick fire round. Brandon, you grab your favourite Eldar model. A swooping hawk leader X-Arch.
Swoopy.
Again, also my favourite models.
Is actually one of the only named people that isn't an actual named character.
Yes, Swoopy, as Brandon likes to call him.
Picked them up and I was like, that's swoopy.
They
That's how it
are
was
great. I gotta say, they're great. They
Literally named today.
They come in. No, they come in from the sky. They come in from the sky, throw grenades down, and then they have 3 attacks each, and there's 6 of them. So if you can do maths, then you know how many that is.
And that's how the Hormigans
Bradley
started.
can't do maths.
I can definitely not do maths. So it's 18 for those who didn't know, Chris, and they can just decimate low infantry, lowly infantry with the high armor saves, and just shoot them all down.
So basically, just the weaker armor.
Yeah. They're great for just taking off people, and if you have large amounts of swooping hawks, you can just bring them in and just throw grenades everywhere. It's very chaotic, and then just shoot down the rest
This
of them.
guy.
This guy?
This guy.
Or the ranger?
Yeah, he's my favorite.
Okay, we'll talk about rangers later in the troop section.
Whoopies.
Yes, warp spiders.
Whoopie spiders.
Very annoying.
Until they're dead. Then they're not.
Hold on. What's great about a lot of Eldar units is that, unlike the rest of 40k armies, is they can run and shoot. So basically, a warp spider can be super annoying and
Just
go.
a changed fleet.
Yeah, they can just go. All right, I'm in your face. I'm just gonna shoot you, and I'm gonna run away. And then you can just roll 2 dice and teleport away. And then next turn, I'm just gonna do it again. Super annoying. And they constantly.
Unless you're all double then.
There was that one game where he chased my last model around the board.
Yeah, they're great for like assassinating like heavy supports like Devastators. You can just run them around the side and just flank Devastators. But eventually, a funny thing that happened is Chris had 1 Devastator left, and he was like, "I'm just gonna run away." And eventually, we just kept chasing each other. I tried to shoot him. Got to turn 5.
And nobody had even shot each other because I couldn't shoot.
You couldn't shoot after moving, and I couldn't
close
reach
enough.
you. But yeah, it was pretty hilarious. I gotta say.
Where are we going to next? The Banshees?
We've got Banshees and Striking
It's
Scorpions.
every Dawn of War player's wet dream.
Yeah,
Armored
Banshees.
Banshee.
All females of Eldar armies like to go Banshees. The furious in combat normally go first and can just devastate with their amount of numbers and attacks. And just, yes, Chris. What do you think about them, Chris?
What? The Howling Banshees?
Yes, at one point they were chasing Crom like...
Yeah, and Did they? I think I took 2 of them out in.
You took 2 of them out, but eventually, I forget what killed Crom. I think it was Guardians, but yeah.
Yeah, probably. No, knowing my luck with against your Eldar.
Because I had so many Guardians, and since if you have got lots of Guardians, they can just amount of attacks. They can if you get 1,000,000 dice, or at least 30, and you just roll. You have to be a very lucky person to save every single one, of which you weren't. Now,
No.
another cool unit.
Saved a lot of them, but not enough.
Striking Scorpions, like assassins technically.
Probably my favourite elite.
They're very cool, yeah. They have ponytails. They like using stealth and infiltrate. Get in there. Use their chainswords.
Well, they're like the
Power
equivalent
weapons.
of really angry scouts.
Yeah, really angry scouts. And what makes a striking scorpion great in close combat is that before any initiative phase, he can shoot you with a strength 3 attack, which is his Mandiblasters. And if you have a whole squad of them doing it, that's great. Just, here you go, here's some saves before we start hacking and slashing at each other, because I have little guns on my cheeks.
Who we got next?
That's I believe that's it for elites.
Who are these?
Those are troops. Those are troops. Should we move on to troops now that you're so interested?
Yeah, that's just good.
They're like the Rangers.
Rangers. Chris's favourite troop, Brandon's favourite troop. Don't know
That
about
one
Luke.
guy that's got a sniper rifle and a pistol.
Because he just likes being unique.
The thing is,
He likes looking
He's like,
badass.
I can shoot a sniper rifle.
He shoot for the sky, telling you to back off with his shuriken
Why
pistol.
can't we hit anything?
He curves the bullet.
I argue that that's one of the best troop choices in the entire
Yeah, because of their sniper rifles.
Just because of they
And-
roll a 6 get 8.
And I believe they have infiltrate, so you can put them somewhere near your opponent's side of the battlefield in a nice little covered area, and then eventually just go in, pick off some nice bulky, maybe some special units, and they just poison snipers, always wound on a 4. Poison. Yes.
Plus, if they hit a vehicle,
If they hit a
and
vehicle.
you get a 6, then that's extra dice on the damage rolls table, so you could actually explode the vehicle.
Is it on the vein or not, or is it something else?
That's something
It's just
else.
AP2. if you're
AP2.
on the
Okay.
That's why they're so good. Because it's like, you just pick these guys in ropes with sniper rifles. Oh, we've got Space Marine. Oh god, these Space Marines are dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crying a little. You go rethink your life. And
It
you're
was
like,
it was
why
the
did I play
Rangers
against
that
Eldar?
I keep trying to defend my leaders from.
Yeah, it's just really annoying to have troop choices with so much range and can sit over there and you're just like, I'm
And
not
kill you
gonna
like
get over
bullshit.
there before I get shot. It's just,
The answer is Harrispecs.
yeah, you put a giant Tyranid model in front of them and they go, yeah, I don't have enough bullets.
He's regenning them.
And he just regens.
And then he eats them.
You nom.
And then they can make
Right.
it.
So what's your next?
Dire Avengers.
Dire
definitely.
Avengers.
These guys
Definitely.
are just
They're
guardians.
great. They're basically an upgraded Guardian who can do basically all round stuff. He's all right in close combat. He's better than a Guardian at shooting,
Is that their attempt at Space Marines?
pretty much. And he has like a nice little
has a
spear.
shield on him.
But what I would usually do, if a recommendation from me, I would say. So if you're gonna have a lot of Dire Avengers, you just want large squads. Instead of a squad of 5, you probably want a squad of maybe 10 or 8 or even 6, if that's all you can handle. Because on there, only 5 of them, you'll find that sometimes it's just not enough. You just don't have enough guys.
Top tip from Bradley.
Top tip!
Eldar Tactica, right here,
Just
right
use
now.
a lot of Dire Avengers and a lot of lovely Rangers.
Are
Instead,
they
what
better
I-
than Guardians?
Everything is better than a Guardian in Eldar,
Well,
pretty
explain
much.
the Guardians to me, Bradley.
A Guardian
What's
is...
this guy?
He is a Guardian, Brandon.
He looks different.
He looks different because he's cosmetic and he can control a Guardian turret platform. Very nice.
Still like the little thing in the phone.
Yes.
It's like,
Yep. That's what's good about Guardians, is that you can give them nice, like,
he's pointing, he's telling people what to do. There's a guy like that in my Space Marine army.
yeah.
It's like, fucking go over there, you fucking usual.
You like your pointy guys.
Yeah.
The Brad-
Guys
know what
that
Eldar
point are
sound like.
great. But yeah, Guardians are great.
How
They're
does
ve-
he shoot?
He doesn't.
doesn't have a gun?
Ah, he's
He
special.
shoots out with his fingers.
Yeah, the Eldar,
Does he kill
Brandon.
people with pointing?
They have
Where the
super
saying
good
came from,
weapons.
it's rude to point because
Yeah.
it killed people.
Yeah,
Or maybe he just has a gun in his pocket.
yeah.
But how does he? If he's like,
Or maybe
they're
he-
over there and he's got the control-y thing, he's not got time to fumble about in his pocket and shoot.
Well, it's
people.
not frozen like this forever. That's all I'm saying.
Help!
It's come on!
It's just got a broken arm.
It's over there.
Medic.
All right then.
He's like the toy soldiers, like,
Yeah. So, like when you said, what do the Guardians even do? Well, they're basically the meat fest of your army.
Your
Body
backbone.
shield.
Sausage
Yeah.
fest.
You just put them at the front, saying, "We're a giant wall of
Shoot us,
flesh.
shoot
We're
us."
just gonna be advancing." Getting closer, and as soon as we're in range, you're just gonna have a lot of rolls. So you better get rid of like the 100 of us that are in your way.
like
but-
Body block.
Yeah, but while you're doing that,
Yeah.
our tanks are getting closer. Our Wraith Blades are sneaking around. We've already infiltrated like 3 units that are already annoying you.
And then they
Warp-
wonder why
there's,
Eldar
there's the
is-
warp spiders teleporting around the map, and you're trying to chase them down.
And then
You just
there's
don't
the
know what's
swoopy
happening.
hawks.
Eventually, you're like, where did those guys with wings go? They come down on your head, throw grenades. Eventually, you just got bigger units fondling you.
Fondling.
Yes, it's just.
And what's he gonna do with those big ants?
It's great.
You don't
Guardians are just, they distract you. You like, they're getting closer. They've got a lot of attacks and guns. I need to shoot them. Just then I can focus Mr. Avatar here.
And then you're still wondering why these top tier.
And then you're just like,
Now you.
how are they top tier? They all have so low toughness. But
And then they
anyway,
shoot the
It's
crap
the
out of you.
firepower
dead,
which
you
makes
know.
it
It's-
powerful.
it's great. Guns and being able to shoot and run. So you can just move and then run, and then you can shoot because pretty much every weapon is an assault weapon. Almost.
And they've got Blade Storm as well. So
And they've Blade Storm.
Any
a lot
hits
of
on
weapons have
6
Blade Storm.
instantly wound.
Every
Yeah, you see why I say when
no, it's
you
every
use a 6
every
on an
six
Eldar model,
every
you die.
6 on a wound is AP2.
See what I'm saying about
It's basically
6 is
everything.
equal death
It's just
in
red.
Eldar. It's just like no.
Yeah, it's Eldar specific run.
So shall we move on to the
The
fast
interesting
attack or
models.
the heavy support, whichever you would
Do you
like.
Walker face over
Yeah.
Yeah, heavy support. I think we already technically covered fast attack because that's what
Yeah.
warp spiders and swooping hawks class as.
Is
So
that
we
one a
got
fast
excited.
attack?
No.
No.
No, yeah, so we got yeah, a walker. Eldar walkers, they're pretty good. If I ever wanted to field him, I would get 2 more because they can be in squads of 3. And yeah, they're just great for walking around. They haven't got the best of armor for a heavy support
That's because they're only walkers.
and they're open topped as well. And
There's
you
no
know,
real reason to use them.
but it's great. They've got 2 big weapons on their shoulders, and if you have 3 of them in a squad, then that's that's potentially 6 strong, heavy weapons just going at you. And yeah, if you want to use a scatter laser, the rest of your guns are twin linked. If you want to use bright lancers, their vehicles are gonna die. If you want to use star cannons, they're independent characters.
What's the
Gone.
meta way to run them?
I would say scatter laser, and then any kind of specific killy weapon, like bright lancers for tanks, rocket launchers
Talk
for
about
troops.
this guy. I like the look of this.
The
Wraith
Wraith Lord,
It's one of the
yeah.
actual painted ones as well.
Yeah, one of the very rare painted models.
The
Mm,
Bradley Eldars.
yes,
He's
but yeah,
great,
a
very
Wraith
nice
Wraith
model.
Lords are great. They had a buff since the last edition.
Now they don't get mine.
Yeah, basically. For Wraiths in the Eldar Army, you always needed a seer next to them. If they didn't have a seer, then every turn you would have to roll, and on a roll of 6, they wouldn't be able to do anything that turn. They would just stand there going. And then next turn you have to try again, see if they can move. But now that's gone. You don't have to do that anymore. They just go. They just go. They just do what they want. They have ghosts inside their brains, and they just go at it. They're just cyborgs that just go da 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 shoot shoot shoot. Yeah, Wraith Lord, great. High toughness, high strength, strong guns. You can even give him a sword if you want him in close combat only.
But still not better than his brother.
His brother
His big
or his
brother.
technically granddad or dad.
I
is
think
just
I think we
there.
should leave that one.
We'll leave him to last,
Right.
seeing
I'm
as
eager to look at
he's
him.
very strong. But yeah, Wraith Wraith Lords, they're great if you just want nice,
Talk
high... They're not vehicles, which is good because they have lots of wounds, high toughness. So,
Yeah, the little bit.
he's never died. He's never died. You tried to kill him? No. Chris was
think I
able
got
to
a
manage
wound.
1 wound through. Oh, by the way, he's got 3 more, or 2 more. Yeah.
And I just haven't got close to him yet.
And Brandon hasn't
I have
able
yet
to
to
get...
try.
Because he can sit at the back with his rocket launcher and his bright lands. You bring a vehicle up to him, bright lands. You bring troops, rocket launcher. Bring flyers, rocket launcher.
Has it got Skyfire on
Yeah,
it?
every Eldar rocket launcher has a Skyfire
Nice.
variant.
I just haven't tried to aim for him. It's usually like the range.
If you
isn't
can
there?
get through toughness 6 or 8, then go on then. Yeah.
I know what does every time
So
I fail.
let's
Pulse
talk about your
weapons.
2
Yeah.
tanks.
If you can get that close.
Why?
Let's talk about your 2 tanks. Are they the same tank?
No.
The one's
No.
a
We
wave
have
serpent.
a dedicated transport, a wave
Yep.
serpent, which can fit 12 models, and
Look at
which rear access point, so it's great to just sneak in, have a nice cover save when you get out, instead of most vehicles having them at the front because you're just attacking. You want all your troops at the front. But
vehicle's
Eldar like to
actually
play
useful.
tactically. Pardon?
The vehicle's actually useful again. As
Yeah.
of 7th edition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't they capture points now as well?
Yeah, a wave serpent's great. I decided to give it 2 bright lancers because I just think it's just nice.
Yeah, so it was toughness 8, definitely. This, I think it was
Yeah,
this.
it's the Wraith Lord.
Yeah, toughness 8.
Toughness 8.
So,
That's gonna be really hard.
so show us this one because this one's
Falcon.
really yeah. The
Oh,
Falcon.
Falcon's great.
This is
Magnetized weaponry on the side. Scatter laser.
try and pick it up.
Okay. Pick it up.
Because
Pick it up. Bring it close because this
This
is
is the best paint model in his army.
This-
He didn't even paint himself.
Oh, what are you talking about? Of course I didn't.
Bradley, tell him
Anyway,
the story.
the story is, you know, everyone loves the old eBay. You're just browsing,
The
just
old
browsing,
eBay.
just browsing, and you just see, oh, what's this? A fully painted Falcon for like £15?
In
Oh,
Ulthwe colour scheme.
in Ulthwe colour scheme?
Magnetized.
Yes, please. What's this? It's biddable. All right. I'll just wait till the very last second. £21. Just beat a guy by about 50 pence. Oh, lovely. Thank you.
It's all good.
Yep. Scatter laser, twin link. After 4 shots of scatter laser, and if any of them hit, the rest of your guns on that vehicle are twin linked. Obviously, you can either use the shuriken catapults on the bottom, or you can use the bright lands. Shuriken catapults.
so then this one.
Wave serpent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm missing something out about the Wave Serpent.
Yeah.
Bright Lancers, and as Wave Serpent has a special ability. It's Force Field that covers the front and side armor. It's got 60 range if you want to discharge it. It can hit up to 7 models at 60 range anywhere in front of it. You just roll a dice, see how many you hit, and they get hit by a Strength 7 attack.
Nice.
So it's like a plasma gun.
Right.
It's
and
basically
then-
you discharge the shield and it just sends an EMP kind of
then
thing.
this-
Right, Viper. Of the heavy support. Nice skimmer, goes around 12 inches, has heavy weapons. Can be in a squad of 3, and has 2 pilots. 1 for the gun, 1 for the drive.
It's basically the equivalent of a land speeder.
Basically a land speeder.
Better.
Just probably
Because it's
better.
Eldar. It's like,
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah. Lol.
So the bit that we wanted to do from the start.
Everyone
I think
loves
every
it.
army has its centerpiece. Luke's was like Storm Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much the biggest model in the thing.
We'll just do this.
No,
I'm sorry.
Oh, I forgot about
We'll
that.
do this. We'll just do this. We'll just push you back. Okay. Bang. There
That's
he
what he
is.
can do as well. 'cause
He's a jump monstrous creature. He's got a high strength, small blast, heavy 3 weapon, an invulnerable save shield that gives off blind, and high toughness, extremely high strength, 6 wounds.
Now turn it around so we can see that back little.
Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely strength 10, like, bloody hell.
It's a really nice model
Strength 10,
as
toughness
well. It's
8.
got that little blue
6
bit on it,
wounds, initiative 5.
can't really
attacks
see.
4.
but
Yeah. 4 attacks. And what's great about a Wraith Knight is you can make it in 3 different ways. You can give it a small blast weapon with an invulnerable save shield that gives it a blind effect. If he saves his invulnerable save 6 inches around him, everyone has to take a blind test. And if they fail it, obviously they're blind for that turn.
nice. So his dual disc blinds people.
His dual disc blinds people. Activate his trap card.
Same right.
Yeah. And then another way to build him, 2 massive guns. Both just picking off tanks or even maybe the Avatar if you're lucky.
Why'd you kill your own guys?
Because I felt like it.
You win it that hard. It's like I better make it easy for
And what's great is if I did,
Kill point.
if I
you. You're
did,
that guy that bought the Wraith now.
yeah, if I did give him the 2 big guns, I would also give him 2 shuriken catapults on his shoulder, so I can either pick off two big things, or I can shoot a bunch of troops with shuriken catapults.
At least you know the guy with the Riptide.
Yeah, at least I haven't got a stupid long-range Riptide that's only about this big,
Why is
probably.
he that small?
He's not bigger than a Wraith Knight. Wraith Knights are
Eldar
taller
thinks
than...
it's stupid tall.
This is taller than Imperial Knight.
I honestly thought
Imperial
he was
Knight goes
tiny.
up to here.
I thought he was like about the same size. The
The Riptide's a bit small.
Oh.
I don't think he's bigger.
Nah.
He's tall.
But yeah, so what's the other?
The final variant, you can give him the same shield, but a stupid ass sword, which can obviously
Stupid.
It's
because
mastercrafted.
bad, or stupid because it's good.
both. Because it's weird. It says it gives him extra strength, but he's strength 10, so he can't get any more. But it's mastercrafted. If he misses the
Unless-
sword, he can attack
I
again.
imagine it's something to do with like Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was a strength 12.
Yeah, something.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure somebody
So
said
yeah.
it was up to 20.
It would give if that worked, then it would give him 11 strength, or even 12. It says in the book. At least adopted.
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah.
So that's your army.
Pretty much.
The whole gloriousness of the Eldar army.
Yeah.
Boring.
What would you say about it, Brandon?
It's a spell dart.
Oh yeah.
That's what it is.
Mmm.
Except for
Smells
Swoopy.
delicious.
Swoopy's okay.
What do you think, Luke?
I think this army's epic, really.
Oh.
Just needs a paint job.
Yeah, it needs a good paint job, and then
All
you're
it needs
good.
is some white and some red, and then it's done.
Yeah.
I've got to say though that Wraith Knight and its dual disc activating trap cards and whatnot, it's probably the nicest unit in your army.
I don't know. I really like Eldrad with his gold.
Yeah, you did good with him.
Yeah,
The
But
real
he's just
lord of
big.
the army.
swoopy.
Swoopy's just an Exarch, Brandon. He's nothing compared
Oh.
to Bahareth.
He'll rise. He'll be a phoenix.
Bahareth and
He will be a
Karandras,
Phoenix Lord one
they're the
day.
Phoenix Lords, the Terminators of Eldar. Yes.
So
The one-man Terminator.
that's your army, Bradley.
There it is. There I am.
That's your army, and I
Who's
guess
this going to be next?
the next one will probably be Liam.
Either Liam with the Tau, or maybe Brandon over
Yeah.
there with his Tyranids, or some other army that he has.
Yeah.
Or even me with my Imperial Fists that are being built. Oh, wait.
I could do the card charts.
Yeah, you could.
Because there's not many of them, but they're
I mean-
quite awesome, so...
I mean,
I mean,
they are a
I don't even
nice.
know this.
They are a nice army.
Who doesn't
So-
like the dirt pods? Let's get Luke in this.
Luke,
Hello. Yes, what?
who's next on the army overview?
it's your choice.
Your choice.
I think Liam needs to be looked at.
Liam has done absolutely nothing.
Let's also say in the video description.
It's not time.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to actually.
He's been in the intro video and that's it.
Yeah. So people need to know what his playstyle's like. What
It's
he
boring.
likes.
He plays Tau, so shit.
He just goes to the back and then shoots guns.
Reverse gear.
It's that guy nobody
Yeah,
likes. In the
Tau
game.
vehicles. I've actually seen the interface. You got lovely first gear,
And then
reverse,
5 reverse.
and then you got 8 different reverse gears.
They're all at different speeds.
Yeah.
As soon as you hit 2,000 revs in first reverse, you go into second reverse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very, and its range. It doesn't matter how far he goes backwards. Even if he goes off the board, he can probably still shoot it.
I mean, technically, if you painted it red, it might go an inch faster.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, so that's the next one you've got to look forward to is the Tau.
Shoot.
And this has been Luke, Bradley, Brandon, and myself.
One final thing. Brave.
It's got hydraulics for the bitches.
We'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.